Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey!
Hi. Yay.
Welcome to Super Secret Girls Club,
Woo!
Yes. Woo, woo, woo.
where everybody's welcome, Raj Rohit. We
It's
have...
inclusive.
Hello, I am a super secret girl for today.
Yes.
It's not very much of a secret. I've tucked it back.
Yes.
He has
yes.
tucked it back for this podcast.
Oh my god.
What is your name?
My name is Chris Johnson. Hello, aka Christina would not be a good girl's name for me. I think my mom says if I was going to be born a girl, I would have been Gianna, but that sounds
Gianna?
very slutty for some reason.
I like that.
I like the name Gianna. We
Gianna.
could call you Gianna.
Don't call me Gianna, just call me Chris.
Well,
Chris
you
is
should
also
have
a girl's
told us
name.
that.
My little sister has a sister named Chris. Fun fact.
Oh, that must be very confusing for
Yeah.
It's on her dad's side, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
My name is Marquetta.
And this is Navi.
Yay!
We are here. Rana is taking a break, so we have another secret girl joining us.
Yes.
So that's why she's here. But he's here. Well, she's here. Gianna's here. But
She's here.
yeah, guys, it is all inclusive. We like everybody here, so anybody can join.
Yes, and there will be even more guests today because we are going to be talking about something very specific that the boys recently got
Very
to
near and dear to our
experience.
heart.
So for those of you guys who are on Patreon, you may have seen a video of them testing this.
What is
This
that?
is a it's like a massager, like electric pulse massager, but it can also be used as a period simulator.
So, it can massage or induce pain into the body.
Well, so the electric pulses, depending on how strong they are, will either be very pleasant or extremely painful.
Huh.
Interesting. So you tested it on yourself.
I have tested it on myself.
Do you think it's
and
close to what usually cramps are?
It
Tastes.
it feels vastly different.
Okay.
Because it's like, it was like pulsing. So we applied, and the boys also applied the 2 pads on like their lower abdomen. That's where women get cramps. But because it was sending electric pulses into the muscles, it would go like all around your stomach into like
Gotcha.
the abs. So it wasn't quite my period experience
Yeah.
because mine is more located like straight in the lower abdomen and it's not in the muscles. It's like
Should I apply it to my gooch when I do it?
We don't want to get canceled on Twitch, so maybe not.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet because the Wednesday in which we were doing this was the infamous Wednesday in which I passed out at the doctor's. So I was already having a pretty shit day.
See, I would have thought that would have been best time to actually do it because you
Yeah.
had lost blood and you were in a state where you had to continue doing normal stuff and deal with cramps. So it would have
Well,
been perfect,
hear
but
me
he was
out.
too coward.
Fuck that. You goddamn right I was. I was having a bad day. I'm not about to make it worse on purpose.
You know what's
Who the
going
fuck
on?
does that?
You know what's going on in my life when I was doing that?
Yeah.
I was already on my fucking period.
Well, guess what?
And then I put that shit on.
You're fucking strong. Women are strong.
Women are
Congratulations.
strong.
I'm not
Yay.
gonna step up to be injured on purpose.
You heard it here.
That was the only reason why this Super Secret Girls Club, we got it, we are done.
That's it. Sorry, man. I've taken us down a peg.
No, Chris was fine. He just was donating
pegs
blood.
do.
I think that's all you were doing.
Huh?
You were donating blood that day?
No,
When you
I
guys-
had to get I had to go to like the hospital for like regular blood work.
Okay, but
They just took so much.
He's fine though.
And
But
like I need my vital juices,
Okay.
my
Sure.
sacred fluids. Are
All
mine.
right.
sure. But yeah.
Okay. Speaking of fluids, what's everybody been up to last weekend?
Oh my god. It's been, I mean, this weekend felt like it went in blur. Did we do anything this weekend? Did we all got together?
Well, we wanted to clean our bus.
Yes.
And then we couldn't.
We're gonna do bus stuff.
And then we just went on a long walk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. They come over, we don't do what we're supposed to do, and I'm like, let's take Nico on a walk. And we went on a walk.
I had a concert.
Oh, yeah.
That
We went
happened.
to go see that on Saturday.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty good. Everybody said I really set the vibe.
He did. It was great.
Now you are the opener forever.
Now I'm forever the opener at Electric Dimitri / Electric Alonzo / Electric Gino, I think
Gino,
is
yeah.
the other dog's name.
Interesting. I heard that they name the festival based on dogs that they know, not the dogs that they have. So should I start introducing Nico to them? So one day it will be Electrical Nico
Electric
concert.
Nico.
But
Or we could just play an Electric Nico in your backyard.
yeah, we could.
But it was a whole backyard festival set up super crazy,
was
tents
nice.
and canopies and all that. It was really nice.
It was really good. Besides, like, few really drunk people
That you bought?
we didn't bring, but they end up coming with us, and it was a whole chaos. It was a whole chaos. It was
very
such a
chaotic.
chaos, dude. There was at one point like they
You
were
were interrogated about your eating habits.
my eating habits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I had a plate. There was nachos, and then there was a donut hole in the same plate. I think that's fair, right? Like it's the
fine.
same
So,
plate.
yeah.
And I was being questioned that why the donut hole was touching the nacho. I was like,
What you should have been questioned about is the amount of cookies you ate.
no, nobody should question me about cookies.
The amount of cookies you ate
No,
was
that
an
was
exponential.
I don't see cookies that often because I eat them, so I don't bring them home. So if I see them, I will eat them. I
I was
love
like, you're
chocolate chip
eating an
cookies.
absurd amount of
I
cookies.
love chocolate chip cookies. This is why you will not see any junk food at my place.
Well, fair
because I will
enough.
eat them all. Besides ice cream. But yeah, it was a fun
That
day.
is why we don't have chips.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll eat
I
all the
have no
chips.
self-control around chips.
Yeah.
Well, with that out of the way, we are back with Mythical Clitoris. This is the part 2. We promised, and we are here to deliver.
Will we
Yes.
find it?
Will you find it, Chris?
I don't know.
Have
50-50.
Have you found it?
That's a question for Marquetta, probably.
Oh,
I-
has he?
I
Have I?
Are you? Are you
know.
getting a tea? Are you getting a tea?
why is this happening?
I don't know.
Well, because if I answer for myself, it'll sound like I'm bragging.
Well, I mean, it's a journey, and on every body, it looks different. So, like, have you been... what's your sexist rate?
I would say
Because I only have the one.
Yeah.
I
Fair.
am a keen explorer, and when you've been to enough national parks, you kind
my
of figure out your
God.
way around the park. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
You know where the sun
That was
rises.
not the metaphor I
You
was
know where the
expecting
sun
to come.
sets. And if you listen clearly, you can find the river, and you know which direction the river's going. You feel what I'm saying here? After you've been to enough parks, you know how to hike safely. Hydrate. That's what's important on a hike.
I don't know why I asked that question, but go ahead.
Watch out for wild animals. Crabs.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason... I'm just going to repeat that from the last episode, but the reason why this podcast is called Mythical Clitoris is just because we love the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Hey.
And there is also an attempt at some point in the past of the Normies to create a TV show. And because it seemed more and more unattainable, we just started calling it Mythical Clitoris.
Here we
And
are.
now I don't even know if... We don't even talk about it in meetings anymore, so I don't know if this is happening or not.
we have to figure other stuff out before we can bring that in. Still
but
a project.
I
yeah,
want to learn how to animate and just make our own animated show myself.
we
Yeah.
really felt bad because this project was not able to get picked up, and because we didn't have anything that's named Mythical Clitoris on the channel. So the Super Secret Girls Club took it on their...
We own it. It's
yeah,
mythical
Yes.
as fuck.
Our mission was to bring the Mythical Clitoris, and here it is. Again, if you guys remember, last time we talked about reproductive rights, we talked about contraceptions, we highlighted one creator who was talking about why there are no male contraceptive options besides condoms.
Was it Johnny Harris?
It was Johnny Harris. Shout out to Johnny Harris.
Yes.
Shout out to Johnny.
And we're talking about Planned Parenthood and things like that. We're going to continue to talk about that because Indiana has been a battleground state for this after Roe versus Wade was overturned. And so we're going to talk about where Indiana is at right now. And feel free to tell us in the chat where you're from and how these changes affect you in your area. And then we are going to move to talk about periods. That's
All
our
right.
topic.
All right.
Cool. Sounds great. I love this.
Cool.
Battle Angel.
So,
Battle Angels Wheel.
have you guys been keeping up with the news on like local level? We've all, by the way, all of us that are on the couch right now have been protesting. We've been at the house, and we've been there multiple times.
Yeah.
It was an extremely contentious protest.
Hmm.
Like my experience, I'm just going to share mine and you can share yours. But I was terrified because for a while Chris left to get his speaker because it was getting unruly. And I stayed around, but then Navi was running late. So I was alone for like 20 minutes as things were getting more and more out of hands. There were some trolls that were just,
there.
calling me a baby killer, even though they literally don't know anything about my life. and and then it was rough, but
Yeah, it got really like I expected it to have both sides there to become contentious at some point in time. But it was just really interesting to see that people were just believing what they wanted to believe, and they were out there like not having a conversation. I understand.
I'm gonna look up something while you guys.
Okay, I understand. No, people don't have conversations anymore. But it just was a point. Like, if you're gonna make such big, bold claims, let's hear both sides. And I think each side was just yelling at each other. That was not a productive. But I'm glad that it didn't get worse.
That's what protests are.
Exactly.
It's not a dialogue.
True, but I'm glad that it didn't get bad. It could have gotten worse. Like the point when I saw all the like people getting in each other's face, I was so afraid. I was like, I'm gonna stay away and be. Also, we had just had shooting in a mall close to us, so I was like, I don't want to be in a crowd.
Yes.
But still, we went out there. We stayed as long as we could. Didn't do anything. I'm keeping up with a little bit of it, not a lot. I know that it was passed. That's banned. I think incest and rape are exceptions, but I don't know how you can prove it. Like, if I need abortion, can I just say that it was a rape? Like, it was incest? Like, how do I need to have a rape kit authorized to be qualified for it? Like, I don't know all those details. I haven't like looked into it. It just disheartening, and that's where I stopped. I was like, I knew this was coming, and this is where we are.
One, nobody knows when life begins, and to mandate people's lives around that is stupid and false. Your religion can't be proven, and this is why we don't write laws around it. Two, in the Bible, it already says that masturbating and a man spilling his seed is a sin. Why aren't we regulating masturbating?
Yeah.
The reason why is because it involves men. 3, I humbly believe that our country is sexist as fuck. A lot of countries are. And I think that if the roles were reversed and men were the ones who carried babies, that this wouldn't even be a fucking question. We would still hold on to this power, or maybe the world would be way different because men getting pregnant would just really change and shape the way the world is. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're putting this on other people and like not putting it on ourselves. And 2, really, nobody wants this. Yeah. The wider public has voted on it, and if this was truly a democracy and a democratic country, then we would see that the majority of people want this. Like, they've already done the polling on it. So for them not to be doing it is just an absolute lie. People think that America is a democracy, but really we're not practicing democracy, and that's gerrymandering and a bunch of other shit. So anyway, they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. And if they believe the shit that's in the Bible, that's cool for them to believe, but enforcing it on other people stupid. And the last thing is, it's invasive as fuck, and America's supposed to be about freedom. And literally, if we can't come in your house and tell how many guns you have, but they can come in your fucking vagina and tell how many kids you got, like, what kind of shit is that?
Or tell you to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But you can tell other people what to do with their kid.
You can't tell me to wear a mask, but I'm gonna definitely tell you that if you get an abortion, I'll put you in jail for 15 years.
They can also tell you that you can only have up to 6 dildos.
Yeah.
In
Texas.
certain states.
But,
shout out to Texas.
And I think, Chris, you made a great point. It's like the majority of people don't want it. And I love Kentucky. Kentucky was the one who had this as on the poll.
Kentucky?
I think it was Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
They had it on their poll to be voted. And
referendum.
Majority of people said no, they don't want an abortion ban, and so they went with that one because they let the people decide.
Yep.
And
was
so
it Kentucky or Arkansas? Because Kentucky does not have. They have 0. I think
Kansas.
There we go.
was it Kansas? Sorry, thank you.
Kentucky,
thank you, Spencer.
Kentucky has trigger law that was in effect immediately, I think.
But either Kansas. But the point is, like, if government is for the people, let the people decide. In Indiana, like, I did hear some of the people who came to testify. Majority of people were against it, and they still went one way because it just shows like they already picked what they wanted to do. So like, if it's for people, put it on a vote. Let us vote it because it's democracy end of the day. And I don't understand how people are just okay with not doing it. Like, even if I don't want it, I still want to know how many people do want it. Like, I still wanted to vote it to see how many people do want it.
if everything was just popular vote in this country, I think we would get a lot more shit done.
Yeah. Such a simple thing. Is it too much to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a simple thing.
It's a lot to ask.
It's representational democracy would be clutch in
Yeah.
situations like this and in general. But that's not what we have. And because of that, we have a new law that will be in effect September 15, again, just here in Indiana. Some states have already switched as soon as the precedent was overturned by the Supreme Court. We were kind of like a battleground state. I know all eyes were in Indiana. And by the way, the polls in Indiana were 84% pro-abortion. So just let that sink in. But the law that will be in effect September 15 is going to provide exceptions for when the life of the mother is at risk and for fatal fetal anomalies up to 20 weeks post-fertilization. It also allows exception for some abortions if the pregnancy was a result of rape or incest. But these sounds like sensible exceptions, right? Until you get into the technicalities when a person needs help. Like imagine a woman walk into the doctor's office and she's bleeding and she needs immediate attention, which that happens all the time. This is what we need to keep in mind. This and abortions are often the one life-saving for sure way to treat certain situations.
Yeah.
And the doctors now can't resort to that. They have to, while this woman is bleeding and in severe pain, they have to keep her medicated and keep her on bed under watch as they consult their lawyers, as they consult the higher ups, and they have to consult so many people to decide on something they were trained to do. They know they can you know, they can have a diagnosis of what this person needs within minutes, but now they have to involve somebody who doesn't even know medicine to tell them if they can.
But and it's the worst because like as a medical profession, like you need to help whoever it is, even when you're on a battlefield. Like even if it's your enemy, somebody needs help them, regardless of the consequences that may come down. So it's just I think hospitals also need to take a stance at some point.
They can.
Well, what they're doing is triage, so they know that.
But isn't there medical oath? Like
so, like
Yes.
for what the doctor, because we talked with I talked with somebody about this. I forget who it was, but they were like, all right, so like let's say that they do help this person that needs an abortion, right?
Yeah.
Then that singular doctor is going to go to jail. And they can't do anything about that. They will be taken to jail.
Go to jail
So
for murder.
they'll help one person, and then they won't be
Murder.
able to help the thousands after.
So
and
can
so
the
if every
hospital not
doctor,
stand
so if
with
every
them?
doctor starts doing that, then they'll just start arresting all the doctors, and then we'll be at a place where it's like, well, now we have no doctors.
Yeah, and then I mean they can't really arrest all doctors, and if all the hospitals are, I guess in my head, like I understand, like I think it's really scary for doctors to go down this, and it's completely against their oath. So I can only imagine what they're feeling because like they want to help and they can't, and the hospitals they need to take a stance and be like, we will protect you guys. Like this is where we are. We need to stand against the oath, and the hospital need to.
And then the hospitals will lose their funding.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true too.
So that actually happened also here in Indiana. So Dr. Caitlin Bernard, she was one of those. She got under a lot of spotlight because she was the doctor that provided abortion to the 10-year-old rape victim from Ohio. And the pro-life people, I hate that word, by the way, but I'm just going to use it because that's the vernacular. They were accusing her of lying. Even our prosecutor, I forgot what their names are, but they were like questioning her and
Attorney General.
going through Attorney General going through
Thank you, Super
whether
Brother.
or not she filed the proper paperwork post procedure, and they were just trying to get her on like procedural bullshit when she literally saved this little girl's life
After several traumatic experiences.
So this Dr. Caitlin Bernard, she's been an advocate, but after this incident, she really like had to speak up, and IU or Methodist, I forgot which hospital, it was, but they stood by her. And,
Yeah.
like they protected her.
Yeah.
But she still got into so much trouble. I believe she had to move.
Yeah,
out of
she
her
got death
house
threats and shit.
because she got death threats.
Oh yeah.
So like things like domestic terrorism are a concern to doctors and medical professionals that have to deal with this bullshit. And I don't think they should be risking their lives to practice their job.
Yeah, no, that's their job. Like they literally are doctors, and just we're forcing doctors to not help people who need help. Like,
What up, West
who
Coast?
are we to say that?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
just-
What it kind of reminds me of is literally, I mean, this is kind of a joke, but it kind of feels real. It feels like some of these motherfuckers watched Handmaid's Tale and was like, this is the playbook, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're making Handmaid's Tale to tell us what to do, right? Like, we're just going to follow this shit, right? Like, this is active. Like, it really just, I don't know, man. I think some people, when you're high and mighty, this is why I don't fuck with hierarchies in general. This is why the whole, like, religion thing is weird in general. I know you guys had a really good episode about it last week, but, like, when you think, I was listening to the radio and this there was this pastor on, and like I was like clicking through because they changed one of the radio stations, and I'm just looking for the other one again.
No.
And I heard this Christian dude talking. I was like, I'm gonna listen, right? And he was like, he was talking about a story in the Bible where a girl had been raped and her brother wasn't like having her back, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well maybe he's gonna be like, this is why we need to like believe victims and this, and that, and the other.
Yeah.
And he was like, and the things like this he was like, I can't wait for Jesus to come back and rule over us again.
What?
And then that's when it hit me that like these guys believe in this power hierarchy. They believe in a monarchy, even though it's a religious monarchy, right? Still, like, even if they're like, Jesus is king and he needs to come back and reign over us all and like shape the way that we all live our lives from the top down.
Yeah.
And they try to implement that in the world themselves, right?
Yeah.
For them, they're like, this is my morality. I'm already at the top. I need to implement that shit from the top down, which isn't at all one. Jesus wouldn't have rolled like that. He rolled with some of the worst on purpose. It's kind of the point. And like that's also not how we built our country, our democracy. We're trying to do it from like the bottom out. Like we're the people, government for the people and all that.
We are the people. Like,
And even the founding fathers weren't religious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it on paper.
I remember you, Chris, argued actually with somebody at the protests, and you tried to bring out this argument and like try to get them
to
on
answer
like their own shit with Bible because that's what they believe in. But
Yeah.
when you did
It was an older lady, and I was like, I had my microphone and my speaker, and we're like just running around doing shit. And she was like, "Can I say something?" I was like, "Yeah, but you have to answer a question first." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Here's the question: Is the Bible for or against abortion?" And she's like, "Well, murder is wrong." And I said, No. This is a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Is the Bible for or against abortion? Well, the killing of anybody. Can you answer this question?
Yeah.
Do you know? Because the fact that you're trying not to answer the question kind of tells me that you fucking know.
Exactly, because like even the Bible tells you murder and abortion are two very different things.
Yeah.
Like otherwise they would have said it straight up, and people could have taken a Bible like it says right here.
Yeah.
It says right here.
But it's all
It doesn't say it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it anywhere.
And I
like,
believe in the Quran and in the Torah, they're both like, save the woman's life and not the child's if that needs to be done. Which means that literally forcing people not to be able to have abortions is against other people's religious rights, which is against the First Amendment, off tops. Like,
and
what
a
the
lot
fuck are we
of places
doing?
they are suing, trying to appeal it because it is infringing on people's religious rights. Like it's against Jewish religion. It's against like Islam as well. So it's like it is like if you're saying it's religious freedom, well, you're not really allowing everybody to be religious freedom. So I'm really curious. I do want to track that. I want to see where that case goes because that would be a one way to fight this.
Yeah.
To say like you can't really make it banned because then you are taking religious freedom away from other religions.
yeah.
But yeah.
There were a lot of individuals at the protest in Indiana that were extremely bizarre in appearance and opinions. There is a photographer I wanted to give a shout out to since we did a shout out last time.
Yeah.
So this time I want to shout out Leif Ostara. Leif Ostara. She has a photography page on Instagram, leif.ostara.photo. You should definitely check her page out for street photography from the protests. There are
nice.
some really interesting photos.
Oh, I meant to post some too.
The people that were pro-life, like they literally look like they were from the 18th century already. Like their
Yeah.
thinking is reflected in their appearance.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
just so bizarre, and like being there with those people, and then like, you know, just girls with their hairy pits out,
Yeah.
and next to literally men with Russian flags for some reason,
Which is weird.
that
Makes
was
no
the
sense.
most bizarre thing. And there was just like so many just rude people congregating and just yelling at each other. It was wild.
But
Yeah.
we do want to shout out a couple of people. Great Pie, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you so much for joining. And the first time chat, we have a couple of them. We missed a few. We have They Love Tana. I'm just hoping I'm saying it right.
Yes.
He or she's new here. They from YouTube. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're trying to get big on Twitch.
We
Hopefully
have
we
not
can.
mentioned this, so apologies. We are paying attention to our chat,
Yes.
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Only.
If you are on YouTube and you want to talk to us and you want us to hear what you have to say, read what you have to say, go on to Twitch.
Yep,
just
yep,
just
yep.
open a new window, Twitch, use that chat there.
And we will chat it up with you. Also, Bractier's
Yeah.
going hard. So is
Bractier,
Raj.
so
love
yeah, I did want to mention also Bractier's comment from Discord. By the way, we do have a Discord, so join there
Indeed.
if you want to as well. There is a SSGC podcast channel where we update you on, you know, upcoming topics, and you can, you know, send us some questions ahead of time if you have. Bractier didn't ask a question, but he did have an insightful comment on this.
Yeah.
Basically talking about how this, you know, the reality of the trigger laws in some state is going to create or cause some kind of migration, you know, in between states from one state to another, because I mean, that makes sense for all women to do. But
if you can afford it.
the thing is, yeah, that's the thing that he pointed out, is that the progressive states are prohibitively expensive compared to some of the red states that are more affordable, and not everybody can do that. Not everybody can uproot their life just because their rights are gone now. So
It's hard unless you like. It is more possibility now because a lot of people are working remotely, but it still costs money, and a lot of times people don't move because your friends and families are there. You won't have the support system, so it's scary. It's scary for people who haven't done it. I can see it. I think it is potential for young generation who already been moving. A lot of people have been moving from East Coast and West Coast to inland. I'm curious to see what kind of data we do get from here.
Can I add one extra thing?
No.
Too? Oh.
Go for it.
No, okay.
I'm sorry.
So I have hung out on the internet for a long time. 4chan. I was on Stormfront. I like to go to the places where white nationalists hang out to see the things that they talk about.
Yeah.
And forever ago, I'm talking maybe 10 years or whatever, but they've always talked about wanting to diminish abortion rights, because for a lot of white nationalists, they see this as the country as a white state and or a white like ethno state, and they're like, well, it needs more white people, and like people aren't having as many babies, so that's one of the ways that we need to like work around that, is like if we got rid of abortions around, then people will have more babies. But it's one, stupid, two, not gonna work, and three, just like you can kind of tell that they have like short-term thinking, like they don't actually plan for shit. I mean, they're white nationalists, but a lot of their ideas like trickle down through the Republican Party and like get into it, and then people are like, you know, it's populism. Like they're like, yeah, well, people want this and we should make this happen in order to like rally our base. And some of those base are regular Christian people that believe in this. Some of them are Christian fascists. Some of them are white nationalists. It goes like all the way down. And like this for them is like a huge win. Like it feels like they're in the push in the right direction. It feels like if we're holding the line that like they just pushed, got a couple of inches. Now they're going to try to push even harder. And like, we need to be worried of those people. We also need to know what their ideas and their plans are so we can counteract it. But on the exact opposite end, the Democratic Party ain't about actually doing shit. Bunch of wet noodles. A bunch of...
Yeah. And that's really like feels like we don't have any allies, because certain people are actively trying to just destroy our futures. I'm talking for women here. While the other half is just like, yeah, look at them, they're so bad. Like, do something. Why are you on the steps singing songs with protesters? Go do write laws, dumb bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I I feel like I'm checked out at a certain point as well.
That's also the goal too, just to overwhelm
Yeah,
you. So
like
you're just like, I can't do
overall,
shit.
there's so much. I think the scariest part is every time you've gone to protest, we see somebody dressed as handmaid, and
More and
it's
more.
always throws me off the edge. Like every time I see it, and I'm like, it's when I like sit down and start crying because like you're right, it is start of exactly like how that
Gilead.
handmaids, like how Gilead started,
Gilead is here.
and a lot of big open people like people who are like really openly talking about it are females like against like who are against abortion, and it's like that's how Gilead started. It was like a females who started, and like that scares me even more
Make
because
America
male
Gilead.
yeah but all right. I love the chat. I love everybody your guys' opinion. We are slightly reading it as well on Twitch. Cannot answer all of them, but there's some really good ones. I don't know if as a host if you want to pick a few to discuss them.
I can see, I know Brachter was trying to send this twice, so I'm just going to read that because I feel bad for him. No, sorry, it's Raj Rohit. Many of the people who would want to have
It's gone.
it just got deleted.
It was on auto.
Anyway.
So Raj Rohit, just to let you know, no one's deleting it on purpose. It's on auto. And so any of the other mods, if you guys see that Raj Rohit post again, let his post get through. Just like allow it for us. We don't have a mouse here right now, so we can't.
His point was, I read it ahead of time. His point was that a lot of these, the discussions are focusing on the molestation, rape, and like all these extreme incest. All these extreme examples of when abortion should be allowed, but missing the point that it needs to be allowed all the time, like always, because it does prevent doctors from accurately and like providing a diagnosis and providing treatment to people that need life-saving procedure that can be abortion. Like if you take it off the table, the doctors are sometimes like literally they have nothing.
Yeah.
They have nothing. And another thing that he mentioned was about like not everybody has the capability to move and uproot their life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's like, yeah, you have options. Like just like if you don't like it, then fucking leave. Like, are you serious? People have families. People like need, maybe they're caretakers. Maybe they have good jobs here. They can't just fucking leave.
Yeah.
And also like the other thing is like, yeah, liberal states are extremely expensive. What's up with that?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, we talked
I mean,
a lot.
fuck, that gets into the housing market.
About-
We're gonna get into pay.
let's
We're
not.
gonna get into wages.
Let's not
Y'all don't
even.
want to go this.
No.
Even the auto mode.
It's not even like we're gonna cut this here.
Automat's gone ham.
I did
Yeah.
also want to mention and briefly talk about the House of the Dragon birth scene. But
Oh, God.
I don't know. Let's do like 5 minutes tops about this before we move on.
Before
to
we
other
do, we're just
things.
gonna say, listen, guys, Automod has officially gained sentience. We are no longer in control
Happening in
here.
the chat.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. The automat's crazy. So I've been thinking, it's funny because we didn't really talk about that scene in a discussion a lot because I think it was just such a traumatized, but I've been thinking about it afterwards. I understand why that decision was made. It was a decision that needed to be made, but he could have talked to her because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she would have came to the same conclusion instead of just be like, what's happening? What's happening? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm being ripped apart. I'm pretty sure she would understand it. But just in general, knowing that that is how it would have gone down, right? In that instance, instead of her knowing or not knowing, like she would have been cut open to get that. It's just so scary.
The thing
So
is,
scary.
they implied that she was gonna die too, right?
Yeah, it was implied it was
I
both.
think it would have made sense to just to talk with her about it for a second.
Exactly.
But instead, it really felt like she was like, "No, like what's gonna happen?" Like it was like, "Hey, like this is Game of Thrones, ma'am. I know you don't know, but like it appears as if you're going to die.
Yeah.
So either you can die and the baby, or we can try to save the baby." And she probably would have been like, "You know what? I'm already on my way out. I guess save the baby if you can, before y'all go put two hands in her guts."
I know.
So another like
Oh,
I just
Captain
wanted to point out that there were probably a lot of pregnant women that were watching that.
Yeah.
I have two friends that are in the last trimester
Shit.
who watched it and were like, can
Jesus.
I do something now to not go through this?
Yeah. But
And I mean, medicine has moved. Like cesareans are. Is it called
C-section.
cesarean?
Yeah.
The C-section.
It's something that is very common practice and it's
Oh, yeah.
safe.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that was a period where they were just learning how to do that, and it.
And you didn't have
Didn't go
ultrasound
very
to
well.
know that the kid has moved.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like, so many things can happen to make the kid move.
Yeah.
And you don't know if the umbilical cord is around the kid.
Or
Like,
if the
so many
baby's in
things can
reach.
happen. Because if the kid is not in a specific position, it's just not going to happen.
I-
And it just, the other thing in the scene is, like, it didn't seem like she knew. I don't know if she knew that there was complications. If there's something was going on, or she was just in contraption, like where Mrs. were telling her, like, hey, the kid's not moved, like the head's not there, like shit's gonna go down, like at least she will be prepared. It didn't look like she was prepared at all for whatever went down.
Yeah.
Darth Cesarean.
Darcedes, we need to get you a trophy for that one. So
Sorry.
when's the first time you guys ever saw a C-section scar?
My mom had C-section.
Oh,
with
okay.
me.
So you were introduced to this concept early.
I know of it,
yeah,
just
sure.
because females.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if my mom had one. I think she did, but I remember being at a strip club for the first time with my buddy and being like, what is that? Did the lady get stabbed? He's like, bro, it's a C-section. I was like,
It's like a whole, like, it's
She
a
did
straight
get stabbed.
cut, right? Yeah.
She did get stabbed.
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays get C-section, and that's also a huge theory. Their controversy is because it's easier and you can predict when to do it. If you don't do it, then doctors can't predict it.
but don't
Sometimes
babies get some benefit from coming out the old vag canal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but a lot, like, there was a documentary I was watching where, you know, if doctor knows somebody's gonna go in labor while they're going to holidays or something, so they will encouraged to get C-section, and there's a lot more complications with C-section instead of being a natural birth, but a lot of times they're discouraged to do it just because, like, you know, I can schedule C-section tomorrow and it'll be done in 3 hours instead of being like, oh, I'm on a holiday, I might get called up because you just went in labor.
Well, I don't care how it gets done. That's on you.
Yeah, that's
Good
true.
luck.
Get epidural, get all the drugs that you
The
can.
spinal tap.
That's even worse. Like, there was so many people who got so close to not even having it, but like
Yeah.
without it, that's even scary too.
And like, I don't want to judge. I'm not a mother, and I don't want to judge
You
mothers.
motherfucker.
But I just can't imagine risking like natural birth or something like that. You know, like how just like. I understand why you would like want to do that at home or something like that. You just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But if something goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
if just one thing goes wrong, you will be rushed to the hospital. And
Yeah.
the longer you take, the worse it can get.
But that's why they got
It's
doulas
just-
and shit, and the people that have the doctors on standby and all
But
that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I get the appeal, but that's just because like we go out in nature and shit so much often, and like I don't know, your body's made to do a thing. You want to see if it can do it.
But our body has evolved for so long by living inside. Being in a nature is not same as our forefathers who lived in caves.
You're hard. You
It's
guys are way
literally
more
like
hardcore than you think
playing
of it.
No.
Russian roulette with the future
Yeah.
of your child. Like
I mean,
and
that-
like
yeah.
it's minutes, it's seconds. Like the longer the baby's there when it needs to come out, like there can be brain damage. There, like you never know what can happen.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not safer. I'm just saying that like we are animals, we are a part of nature, and no matter how far away we've come from that, we can still do it. Just like I keep going back to the running thing. Long distance running is a thing that we have built into our DNA. That even if you think you can't, you can do it a little bit more than you
Well,
can.
guess what? You can stop if you're out of breath. You can't really do that when you're trying to push a fucking baby out of your
Look, I'm
vagina.
not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I could see the natural approach, man.
I mean,
A little bit of nature.
if people want to do the natural approach, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm with Kelly. Like, I would, if I ever get pregnant, which is scary things on its own, I want to be in a hospital where if anything goes
Absolutely.
down,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
there.
Oh,
If they
yeah.
need to give me drugs, do it right now.
I'm gonna be so extra.
Exactly.
Like-
It's like just, and like if the child is turned, you know, like I'm there to get then have the C-section immediately. It's like, whatever, let's move on.
Yeah.
Bracteria, yes. Also,
What?
these
Yes.
aren't black women prone to
true.
dying during childbirth because of how poorly treated the healthcare system.
Yes.
Yeah, there's this whole entire gap where they don't believe black people pain.
Yes.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Weird thing. Life's weird.
I
in
mean,
America.
that's
Nah, it's
like
weird
sexism
everywhere.
is in healthcare as well. Like the symptoms of something so elementary like a heart attack we only know the symptoms on the man, like a male body, but female body experiences different symptoms, and a lot of people don't know what to look for. Like if you feel like maybe you have a heart attack, you're looking for what the symptoms that men experience instead of the ones that women experience.
Yeah.
There's a big gap between education of like women's health versus men's health.
Yeah, we used to spray you guys with hoses when we thought you were a little hysterical.
Yep.
Huge.
Yeah.
I love Unreal Punisher. I'm letting her choose. I will just hold her hand. Very right
Nice.
answer.
Yeah,
Just,
100%.
Yeah, I'll just be here.
Good job.
It's up to you to suffer through this. Like there's nothing can be done.
I'm gonna film it all 4K HD. We're gonna get some film photography.
Is it for the kids or for who?
It's for so when our kids are grown up, because we're reactors, they're gonna follow in our footsteps. We'll have them react to their own birth.
Dude, anytime they do anything bad, it's like we're gonna make you watch how you came out,
Right.
and like they will
Oh my
have so
God.
much respect for
I
you.
fucking hate you guys, but come sit down. Come watch
sit
this.
down and come watch
Look at
this.
your mom.
This
Look
is-
at her.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at her. Look at it. Look at it.
Is this how you're gonna talk to her? Like seriously, like, this is what she did for you. Like
Fucking
comment.
Ludovica, but like, open your eyes. You don't get too close. Stupid little shit. Look at this. See what we did?
And they will never misbehave again. Never. Oh my god, that'll be that bad.
Trauma. Okay.
Oh
So we are 50 minutes deep into this podcast, and the
God.
thing we really wanted to talk about was periods.
Can I get electrocuted and then go get the other boys?
Yes, I'm so curious.
Sure. While I install...
I'm gonna scar them for life because they scarred their mother for life.
So we're gonna have Chris test this. Kenny did test this on Serge and Pat. They will come here and tell us their experience if they want to try it again.
And
kudos
if-
to them.
If you want to see the video of them trying it on for the first time, it's available on our Patreon.
Are these fresh
Patreon.
sticky pads? Cause
Well, dude, you won't be infected. You'll be fine.
You want a hairy pads?
no, I know they were all on the boys and they're hairy as fuck.
No.
That's battery powered. It's battery powered misery.
Yeah, so you guys are getting the first-hand experience on how it will work on Chris. I wanted him to have it on and have the just regular discussion because, you know, you don't get cramps when you want. They're just a regular part of your life that you be
Fine.
doing.
As a general woman's challenge, I will keep it on for the rest of the podcast.
No.
No, not on
no,
the
you
podcast.
don't want to do that.
Just a little bit.
Oh, why? You think I can't?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to.
Then,
I just don't
just
know
a little
why.
bit. Just a little bit, you'll be fine.
Don't know why people are like, fucking. I don't want to. Why? It's gonna hurt.
There are a lot of people on TikTok that tried this, and that is where we got inspired with the idea. I followed their instruction, but the first time we did it, I knew I had the wrong setting because it was just on pulse, and that's not how period cramps work. It's more
They're not like,
random.
wah,
It's just
wah,
kind of
wah,
like
wah.
you're doing something like washing dishes, and then suddenly something stabs you. So it's more like that.
Listen.
I think I should try it too because I've only gotten cramp like twice in my life.
And then you were just like, never again.
But it's just like I don't know.
I'm
now
about
I'm
to
on
be
now I'm
half
on
the woman
IUD,
you
so I
are.
don't get periods. So
All right.
it was the best
You
decision
need
I've
to
ever made.
put these stickies on your abdomen.
Do you know where your abdomen is?
Okay. Do you know where your thorax is, you fucking spider?
Yes, I do. Where is it?
Uh,
Why was that
You need to
spider?
put it on like as low as possible.
Put it on your nuts. Go extra mile.
Go plus ultra.
Oh my god, go plus ultra.
It's not even
I don't
on.
want to do
It's not
it.
even on yet.
Oh my god.
Fucking horse shit.
Dude. Oh, Ellie, I'm so sorry.
All right. So
Don't think about it too much. It just happens. It's
so
just regular
does
life.
it do anything right now? It
Fucking
shouldn't-
hurt me. Come on.
It shouldn't really do
You're
anything.
doing the wrong side.
No, he's just stressing himself out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
How does it feel?
I don't like it already. It doesn't even hurt yet.
It's
Oh,
on-
nothing has happened.
So the setting should be on 3, on 5, and currently it's on 3.
It's only on 3. Are you laughing? Are you
He
hurting?
was listening to me. He was listening to me.
All right, Chris, why don't you tell us about how your morning went?
Yeah. What'd you do this morning? Oh, stop. Oh my god.
Okay.
That is so...
That was 4.
All right, why don't you take this shit the fuck off of me? Here, I'll just.
Oh, that
about?
It does not suck it.
All right, fine. Give it to
bailed.
me.
It's fine.
No, let me do it to myself.
Is it doing just itself, or do you have to click on it? Like, it's just doing pulse intermittently?
How is it working right now?
Right now, I'm trying not to shit my fancy pants.
Is it pulsing?
It's
or
not doing anything. I don't know. It was just like. Okay, hold on.
Is it constant?
Yes, it was constant.
Oh, okay. No,
Is my nose bleeding? It feels like it's bleeding.
you're fine.
This is nothing.
You are okay.
Barely
don't
got
like it.
anything. Cracking to 11 for science.
Johnny, why don't you crank it to 11 for science?
Oh my god.
Miss my tummy
Can you
hurt.
ask the boys to come down? Thank you.
Oh my god.
So
It's awesome to be a
personally,
guy.
I mean, okay. Eleanor's shout out to NormieCon because we had this machine there too, and some people were trying it on, and
They were?
I was just
No,
I was
like-
just putting it on people, and I'm just like, how did this become
I-
my job?
Can I put it higher? It's jiggling my bits too much.
What is
That's-
it on?
No, can I put the pads higher?
No,
That's
No.
where your
it's
cramps
supposed to
are.
be here.
You
Look,
can't just move the
man,
position of the
Listen here.
cramps.
First off, I want to say this is bullshit. Since I fucking met you, I've been trying to get rid of your cramps for you for at least 9 months at a time, and you just won't let me.
Nothing. But so it doesn't. So it's constant. So it's not like pulse
Yeah.
done. Pulse done.
Poorly. Sure.
It's done.
I'm trying to get the fuck.
Pat got
He's
the
got
6.
I got to say.
I don't like it.
Come on.
No.
Feel the pain.
No.
Pain is just pleasure.
Yeah, it's not.
pleasure?
I don't believe in any of this.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
that's it. Chris got to 4. I'm bitch made. I'll revel in it until the day that I die. That's fine.
God.
I'll die happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for trying.
You know, pain
That's
has the
hilarious.
same
Ugh.
part of the brain where pleasure is.
Yeah.
So is this pleasure?
Pat,
Cool.
you're fucked up.
Cool, Pat. I think maybe.
Are you-
I think maybe you're not okay.
So
Well,
many
guys,
questions.
Pat's gonna come. No, because Pat, you had it on the. Do it again. Do it again and put it on
no,
fire.
no, he's done it.
no, because he had it on the.
No.
He had it on the pulsating one.
It's fine.
I'll do it again. Well, you want me to get to 10, Chris? I'll get 10.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Come
Don't
on,
do it.
put him on 10. Just
Okay,
for a
the guests are coming in here one by one. We have Pat in the house.
You guys are welcome. I just make the podcast a little bit more cooler. I'm just joking.
Sure.
For sure. So, why don't you tell us about your experience?
Well, Chris just said my experience doesn't count because it was tainted.
It
I
was on the taint.
Put it away. You won't put it on 10 on this guy one time.
I will do it.
Let me try. I want to see
Yeah, I wanna see-
how
I
much
wanna see
can
how it
go.
is, too.
I'm sorry.
Putting it away.
I know.
But yeah, so apparently it's supposed to be like impulse, not like constant.
Yeah.
So
But,
I
I
was
mean, I don't think we
I
can-
got to 6. And it wasn't that it was doable.
He could not walk.
I was dancing.
You guys need to watch the video on Patreon because it was hilarious. So,
Yeah.
All right. I just put
Okay.
in my abdomen.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
All right.
I'm worried. Like,
Also,
high
Chris,
waist
you
fit.
didn't have the full effect. You had to like lift
Yes.
something up.
Just buy this. This is entertainment for
Also,
groups apparently.
it's also a cheat code for
Is
me
this
because
good?
I actually use that on
Sure.
my
Yeah,
muscles,
that's
so I'm
fine.
kind of used to the pain.
All right, guys. I don't know. I haven't gotten like cramps since I was a kid.
Good. Put that shit on 12.
Yeah.
No,
What's
don't
your-
do that.
Where are you
It
putting
still
that?
hurts. We're at, like
Where
right
you-
here.
No. What number are you at?
I don't know. She's gonna
You're
start
at
slowly. I will
3.
figure it out.
Go to 10.
Do you feel anything?
Nah, she don't. She used to this shit.
I don't feel anything.
It's
I feel a
muscle
little bit.
It's muscle memory.
Oh, okay.
nothing.
I feel a little bit.
That's nothing.
It's weird.
So this is 3.5.
That's something.
It just
She a girl. Go to 5.
fuck
She
outta
gets it
here.
every day.
I don't get it. I haven't
Okay, every
got-
month.
I haven't gotten cramps. I don't get cramps. Oh my god.
That was at 4.
Also,
It's just a vibration.
Yeah.
it's
is
also,
It's not the same.
also
not
this
a
is
pain.
worse. This is also worse because you're sitting down. Your muscles are down; they're more contracted, so it's going to
Yeah,
you feel it
but
more.
can
If
I
you're
tell
standing up,
you,
it's not as
you
bad.
get cramps regardless of what you're doing, sitting down, up, or moving, or sleeping.
Do you want to try 5? Real quick?
Oh, what is this for?
This is 4.
Sure, let's do 5. Oh my god, my whole legs vibrate.
Okay.
Go to 6.
But it's
Go to
not
6.
pain
No.
though.
Go to
It's not a
6.
pain.
I don't like hurting people.
But
okay?
it's not like I was fine. It's not pain. It's like I don't know.
Feels like tickly bits. I don't like it.
So
Have you ever used a vibrator on you?
On my abs?
On yourself? Just in
Sometimes you can
general?
drop one up under the nutsack
hey,
if you want.
did you guys ever buy the ab belt like a long time ago?
What belt?
You know the ad belt where this says if you put this on, like
Yeah, I never bought it, but I know.
yeah.
This
I
is
bought one.
weird.
That's what
I
it
don't-
feels like.
I don't know if this is a true cramps though, because what if I remember it was like it's behind the muscle and it's like shoots.
I
like
get
a
cramps.
needle.
I know. I get ab cramps all the time.
Yeah, so like just imagine that
Yeah,
happening.
it's
like,
horrible.
every
Listen,
month.
I cry like a little bitch
So
in the gym.
this is not- this is
I
like
have to go like
pulse.
this against the wall and just breathe.
Yeah,
it's
but it's
horrible.
just like you know I can see that coming and then have to do
So-
regular stuff.
All
But
right,
yeah.
well,
so
Pat,
how was
thank-
your did you say his experience?
I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
There
I think
wasn't
you
that. It was. I could get periods. I could do it.
Okay.
All right.
I can handle it.
Strong
Pat can
man,
Pat can have
Thank
periods.
you for the hot take.
It would be cool to bleed
And
out your dick. You could like
our-
write your name.
My God.
not on my dick.
Our third and last guest is
Woo, woo,
Suraj.
woo, woo.
Did you guys
Welcome
talk about?
back.
Did you guys talk about the mythical clitoris?
We
That
did.
this is the
Yeah.
episode of Mythical
This is the
Clitoris.
What does this have to do with periods?
Oh, the Mythical Clitoris.
I did this
everything.
already. Why
They
do I
are
have to
all
do it
connected.
again?
No, you don't have to do
You
it.
don't have to do it.
You
We're
have
not
to
Oh
doing
just-
no, I'm doing it.
Oh no,
Oh, wait,
he
did you
didn't
not
do
do
it.
it?
You
No.
just
Oh,
tell
okay.
your experience when
Navi
you did
did
it.
it.
Oh, okay.
I did it because I never done it. Chris did it because he had never done it.
I was in severe pain. I had to ask Marquetta to stop at 4.
At 4,
I don't think. Did you even go to 4?
Chris stopped at 4.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't believe in
There's.
facts.
I don't know if I could have made it to 5, but it was bad. It was like it just felt like a midget, sorry, a small person like punching you inside the stomach like repeatedly, like an Ant-Man, like 2 Ant-Man
Like
Dwight Schrute.
inside
Oh
your
my
stomach,
God.
like punching you. Yeah. But
That's-
yeah, it felt like torture. I'll do it again though. If you, I don't know if
No,
you
No,
want
I
to.
you
don't.
have to.
I really don't want this to be my job.
Yeah, no.
I'll do it, Marquette, if you don't want to do it.
No,
I
no.
don't.
The boys take it upstairs and play with it.
Yeah.
You guys take your
And
time.
play with it. Yeah, is that what those ab ripper things felt like?
Yeah.
Those little ab belts that like as seen on TV. Get
But
6
it
packs,
hurt
just sitting.
more. It hurt more.
It would just
Burn.
like punch you in the stomach.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
10 out
had
of 10 would not recommend periods. You
Yeah,
know,
pretty much.
If you can
No
avoid,
shit.
If you can avoid.
the next
you
thing
can
we will
avoid.
try is the birth simulator.
Oh hell! That's
To give him
probably
birth
the same
simulator.
thing,
Birth-
but
what's
10.
I don't
the-
know. There's supposedly, like BuzzFeed had like those try guys, and then they did like birth simulator, like how you feel the labor cramps.
Guys, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Oh.
understand it hurts.
I
Why
thut
do
you
need
said
to
bird
feel it?
simulator.
No.
You said bird too.
I was
Also
like a bird,
birth.
like squawk.
Birth.
I was like bird simulator. Okay, how about the
Birth.
kicked in the balls simulator?
How about
Yeah.
the
There's like-
gunshots?
Oh yeah,
Where's, like, the
I kind
quick
of want
square
to
in the
experience
balls?
what it feels like. You guys getting kicked in the balls.
You don't want that.
I don't know how that would even happen. I don't think
Sorry,
they could do
I
it.
have a general question.
Yeah.
Why are people trying to get hurt for the fun of it?
No, I'm
We wanna
curious on what it
we
feels
wanna
like.
share in our
Yeah,
empathizing
we'll
with
make
each
us
other,
closer.
you know?
This is an empathy
I don't have
exercise,
to
Chris.
feel what you feel to already feel what you feel, babe.
No, you don't.
Here at
You
the
can just tell me
normies,
about it, I'm here.
here at the normies, we don't want to make anyone feel alone in this world, and we have to share
Share
in
their
the
pain.
Exactly.
experience.
The pain is the sharing of experience. Listen to what he's saying. This man speaks truth.
Yes.
I'd
For
give
science.
birth if I could. If I
For
could give birth, I
science.
would. I already told Corey, like, if I could have the kid, I'd do it.
I don't wear.
That's one of those things.
I'm just saying, if I could,
Yeah.
I would.
It's a
Yeah.
fake. He can say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It means
Yeah.
nothing.
Cool.
It means
What does it
nothing.
mean?
He can't.
Corey's like, cool.
Yeah, it will
in the
never
vagina
happen, but
hurts.
sure. It's like the sentiment. No, there is no sentiment behind it. That's not what
Okay.
happened.
But it was fun. I guess, where's that? The video's on Patreon?
Yeah,
On
the video
Patreon.
is on Patreon. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to see this man get up to 4, go watch it.
I literally, like, everyone else, like, you went to 5. Pat went to, like, 6. didn't
Yeah.
Oh
you?
my
Pat was, like,
God.
enjoying it. He was like, yes! I was like, what is wrong with this?
That's masochist.
But what's trying
That is, he,
So-
he was trying to explain. I was like, a pain and pleasure are really close to your breath. It's like, I know. What are you trying to say here?
It's the same thing.
Pat, I got
the
this place
same
you should come
thing.
to. It's a dungeon.
Is it your gray room?
All right.
Anyway,
Let's
Well-
let's go back to.
you want to hop back in?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Substitution Jitsu.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. Beautiful.
Down, Chris.
Didn't happen fast enough. It just took. But yeah, thank you so much, Unreal Punisher, for subscribing.
Yay.
We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the support and love you guys have given us
Oh, yeah.
all these
Yeah.
years. But yeah,
This was great. So
thank you.
I think having me and Navi here really illustrates that periods are different for every person.
Mm-hmm,
Like
they are.
mine were really bad to the point at some point I ended up in hospital when my periods were just like developing because it was really fucking painful and I had to be on pills since then. So I've basically been on a pill or some kind of contraceptive. Since I literally
Except for when you met
became a
me.
woman.
I've had a lot of friends who have gone on birth control because their periods were so bad, and also like acne and cramp and everything.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I need to talk to my sister and my mom because none of them ever complained about cramps. Mom got horrible migraines, so that's the only thing I knew about. So I need to see if it's just more so the family thing. Because I know I got cramps few times, and I pretty got it, but nothing that bad. But like now I'm on IUD because I hated periods, so I don't get period. I haven't gotten periods for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I've saved so much money, but that also means I don't carry shit for my fellow females at all.
Why
when
don't you
they
just carry
ask-
shit for them off tops?
She does not.
I after 4 years, when you clean out shit, you don't carry anything, and it's like now I need to like start carrying stuff.
That's why I keep tampons on deck for all my bloody homies.
Do you really?
Gang shit. No.
You don't even have your own keys in your pocket. Like, how do you carry tampons for your
I
homies?
literally have keys in my pocket.
Okay,
What do you
never mind. I'm just
mean?
kidding.
Looking at my pockets?
But I love the limbs. Yeah, Scotland has become the first country in the world to make sanitary products free for everyone. It's about damn
Damn.
time.
Good on you, you bunch of fucking Scots.
Like,
That's amazing.
seriously, it's like something that's necessary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why.
Pink tax. Whole nother combat.
Yeah.
That's the whole. We're not even. I think we talked about it briefly in the last episode. Mythical Clitoris Part 1 is available on all of your platforms, so go check that out. But I think we're ready to wrap things up.
Shout out,
here
Shy Town.
soon.
Woo, woo, woo.
This for now is going to be the final part of our Mythical Clitoris mini-series. Unless you guys come to our Discord and come up with more suggestions or questions that you would like answered. This podcast was basically made to help you understand female anatomy and female experience.
Do we need to show you guys the full female anatomy and go through the lesson?
Why me? Why me?
we
Just a
we
minute
can
ago.
do it. We're like, this
Why are
is.
you
wait,
doing this?
I don't know. No, sorry. I was like holding up, like if we have a thing to show. I was like,
Listen, can we do that? But we should do a blind one, like pin the fallopian tubes on the vagina.
Yeah, we
yeah.
could do that. We can
I'm curious what everybody
Or I
thinks.
guess my bad. Pin the fallopian tubes on the uterus.
Pin the clitoris. Where would it go?
We can try to get like the educational
Board.
the like the props for teachers.
yeah.
They have like the
Oh yeah,
little
yeah, like
statues.
yeah. But I think I can name some of the parts. But I'm down.
Yay.
Yeah, so like give us suggestions, give us idea if you want to continue
Can I do a quick
these
suggestion to that?
discussions. Yes.
There's a subreddit called Bad Female Anatomy where men say
God.
things about women that they're just like
I
everybody knows that if a
cannot
woman
We should read
holds
that.
her breath, like she can't
did
get
not
pregnant,
We
bro.
should read that. I
So
want to read
that
through
would be
those.
good. That one would be in good conjunction with the
Yeah.
body parts.
All right, I guess the part 3 is coming eventually.
Okay,
Keep
well,
an
we
eye
just
on that.
got more materials to
Yes.
cover. So there is maybe going to be a Mythical Clitoris Part 3 next month.
Yay.
We'll see how much materials we can bring to the
A
table.
lot. We will bring a lot.
Also, next week, we are going to have call-ins.
Yes.
So, here's the instructions. If you want to participate, either way, you have to join our Discord. This is the message from today's podcast. Join
Yes.
our Discord.
Yes.
And next week, on Wednesday at 10 a.m., we'll be starting our podcast and we will be opening our line for call-ins. All you need to do is stay in the queue. There's a voice channel called the queue. You just need to be in it. And then we will take you to our podcast channel from there manually. And then you'll be able to speak to us.
Yep.
You'll be able to ask any questions. We'll answer to the best of our ability. And that will be fun. I hope that you guys join us and you guys call us and say hi.
I have a
Yes.
question.
And if you are, oh yeah, go ahead.
No.
Oh, just really quickly, if you're unable to call in, but you do want some of the questions answered, there is a Discord channel. I'm sorry if you mentioned it already. Called SSGC channel on Discord. Add your questions. If you're not able to call in, we will try to answer those questions as well while we wait for call-in. So,
Absolutely.
end of every month, we will essentially have opinion podcast once a month.
I am dying from the Pokemon comments.
Yes,
Clitoris, I choose you. What does it evolve into?
It's a water style Pokemon.
makes total sense.
Do you guys think that clitoris isn't talked about more because it doesn't like serve a function in reproduction, and it's just like
It does.
what function does it?
It does because when you
makes you
orgasm
wet.
and you contract the sperm, it gets
See?
into your body,
This is why I needed that in sex
has
ed.
higher probability of getting impregnated.
In
But
sex
Chris
ed, we
has
learned it was like
something-
the little dirty button that just makes girls come, and that you don't need to come to have a baby.
Exactly. I think Chris
No,
is
you
onto
don't.
something.
But it's better if you do.
But that's not what they're teaching. Like, if you're really religious,
Right.
you're just you going in there doing a job,
And you're getting the fuck out.
You're not supposed to have any pleasure from doing it. So maybe that's why they don't talk about clitoris that often in the school.
We
now,
don't
but
talk
it's
about
not the clitoris.
clitorises.
Cool.
We don't talk.
I guess we can come up with a name.
All right. Well,
song.
and with that, we are going to say our goodbyes. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget about next week. We will be here again.
We'll see you guys then.
Until
Thank
then.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Stay for the rain.
ready.
Stay for the
We are
rain.
It's about
ready,
time.
people.
For you to speak your mind. Secret Girls Club. Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.